Fantastic time.
There are the comparisons from 2003 to 2016.
Wow.
Joshua Perry, Ohio State linebacker.
Well.
Same height as Chris Sims, 13 years earlier. I thought you were 6'5".
No,
You're
I was
only
like
6'4"?
I was at that time. I was 6'4" and 5/8", and then I got measured in the NFL. I grew my first year in the NFL, like a quarter of an inch. Right, and from that point on, I got picked 6'5". I think I was 222 officially.
Okay,
and I think I was 4'8" too.
No,
but I'm just getting into it a little bit.
That 40 is a little iffy.
A little iffy. Well, yeah.
Joshua, is yours accurate at 4'6'8"? Are you objecting?
It is, but this was like I was at the tail end of the big linebacker.
Yeah,
so,
well, right. And
like
I
the numbers were
passing
decent.
Quarterback, so that's where I ran. Yeah, exactly.
So,
that wasn't that bad then.
No.
But then the Kyler Murrays and all these fast quarterbacks,
it all changed
they looked me silly, right?
But I think it's coming back though.
It is going back big boy football.
Yeah.
The other thing too on that graphic there, right? I mean, I just saw you did the bench 20 times. You got long arms. I kind of wanted to do the bench as a quarterback because I was kind of that meathead Jersey guy that like lifted weights and did that, and I was like, I actually can do 225 like maybe 8, 10, 12 times.
They would have looked at you like you were insane.
Right, but now some of them do it.
Yeah,
they let them do it now, right? And there was one where I was like, damn, I could have maybe propped myself up.
So how many do you think you could have done?
In the prime there, I think I was hitting like 12 and maybe 13 a few times, like because I trained for it because I was training with guys that were doing it anyways. So I would do it with them because I didn't want to be like, oh, I'm a quarterback.
And most of these guys couldn't do 185. Like they just don't train like that.
I know. It's a different day.
I saw a video on social media the other day, and it may have been AI for all I know, but Drew Rosenhaus, the agent, he did 225 13 times.
What?
And he's 59.
What?
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
Well,
I've seen Drew in person. When I see him again today, I'm gonna grab him now and go, where are these muscles I just did that? Let me see.
Put the meat hooks on.
That is happening, no doubt about it. But this is one of my best buddies right here. I have a lot of fun with him in college football.
Now,
we have a blast.
He's on it. He's the man.
Now, do you manhandle him the way you manhandle me? And I'm putting my arm up. I'm getting it ready because he gives me the backhanded slap. Because I think Joshua could manhandle you.
Yeah, of course he can, right? But no,
and I fully support that.
We have respect for each other because it'd be too much work for him to manhandle me. I manhandle you because it's nothing.
I blocked one.
There's no fight back, so I know I'm okay.
There are a couple back slaps on a Saturday.
Right.
Wake you up though. It's good. It's good.
I do, and I've told you this, that when the whole thing was going around about the ammonia capsules, the smelling salt, and you, man, you took
went all in.
He took a major hit and did not blink.
He was excited
for it.
for it.
Linebacker is what we did.
Right.
I had a teammate who would pop the capsules and put them in a water bottle, put black tape over it so nobody knew it was in there. And before kickoffs, he would just take a big whiff and then run out there. So we were getting down, and
I did the same thing. I mean, it was a quarterback back in the old day. Everybody kind of gave it a little bit of a, let me just wake myself up here right before you go out and play.
Maybe it's because they said last year that the teams can no longer provide the smelling salts.
Yeah.
But I noticed them more than ever before, and I'll see guys like out on the field with one. I'd never noticed that before. Like the kicker's out there with one, he throws it on the ground. Aaron Rodgers has one, throws it on the ground. I've never seen that before, where they're just out there throwing them on the grass.
Yeah. They're out there. They're on the sidelines. They used to be on the sidelines everywhere. But what's up, man? How's it been for you so far?
It's been good. Had a great day yesterday. Talked to a lot of really impressive prospects. Obviously excited to see what these guys do when they get out on the field there. But it's been, a process, breaking down the tape, seeing where the ideas have evolved from the college football season. I think one of the fun things that you and I do is like we'll watch guys and we'll start building that thought process.
Right.
And then once you dive into the tape, you can get a realistic look. So enjoyed it so far.
Yeah. It's your first combine being on this side of things, right?
It's different.
And dealing with the players. And they've had you're over here right off our set and another set that we have here at NBC interviewing guys all day long, right, yesterday.
Yeah.
Anybody that, like, jumped out to you in a big way where the body and the guy and all that? Because I know we're both into that, looking at the bodies a little bit.
Well, the bodies for some of these defensive linemen were ridiculous. Christian Miller from Georgia, like you look at him, just a big dude. He's got a big personality as well. And it was fun talking to him because he got into some of the stuff that he's interested in off the field, which some guys are a little bit cautious about that. They want to be super football guy here.
Exactly.
But it was good to get to know the personality there. Lee Hunter from Texas Tech is like that big country dude. I mean, he's got huge hands. He's got a thick accent. And it was great talking to him because he was just gracious for the opportunity to be here, the opportunity to play the game. But you can, once you kind of put together the body type, and he's got a really quick first step, but he's just a big, thick dude. And then you see the hands, it's like, okay, this all makes sense.
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
this is how he can control
right.
all those offensive linemen. So the interior dudes, for me, I think are some of the most impressive just when you get a look at them physically, because it's just like long arms, thick legs, big hands, and they're controlling dudes up front.
No doubt.
Yeah, some of the defensive linemen we had up here yesterday were just massive.
It's amazing how they can make 330 look like, wow, man, he doesn't even look 330. Yeah. It's amazing that it's easy big. But to his point and what he was talking about a little bit, I think we're both, and we talk about this on college football, we're seeing a shift in football altogether. As we were in a period of the spread was so popular in college football, and some of it filtered to some of the NFL teams. But as we've talked about, between the Lions, the 49ers, some of those football teams running the football, playing downhill, now teams are starting to get linebackers that are big like him again and thumpers in the middle there. It's a little bit of a transition time here in the NFL from college to the NFL, how the game's being played. I think it's kind of cool.
Well, yeah, I mean, and we saw some of the linebackers yesterday. You guys got to see Arvell Reese, which would be question whether he plays off ball or on the edge, but like that body type is kind of coming back. Sonny Styles, thick neck, big kid, right, 6'4",
long limbs, right.
And we had Jake Golday over there as a Cincinnati linebacker. Dude, 6'4", probably will play at like 245. He's a really good athlete, and we saw him play off ball. We saw him walked up on the edge, and then they had him play an overhang as well. But those are the linebackers that I think you need right now, because to your point, we're seeing running backs that are being really productive and teams that are emphasizing
Downhill
running the football. It's different than it was a decade ago when I was getting into the league. Like, guys know you got to run to win right now.
Yeah. When you were getting into the league, it was like prime. We're trying to get away from this guy linebacker. He's too big. We're looking for strong safeties now to be linebackers. That's really what it was. And like guys like Joshua Perry a little bit became, out of the, popular guy for the middle linebacker. But I think we are seeing it once again. Big boy football, downhill football, like we saw from the Seahawks and the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl. They play that style of football. They have this style of linebacker back there.
All right, since we have Joshua here, I have to ask him for a good Chris Sims story from your time together on Saturdays, because I'm sure that he's done or said something, twisted the English language in some unique way. Give me a good Sims story.
So I don't have like a crazy Saturday Sims story. He's been a really good professional to be around, like just especially the way that I'm telling you, the way they dropped him in and he just like hit the ground running with college football was awesome. I did have him on a radio show that I was doing in Columbus, and we introduce him, we bring him on, and he's like, to my co-host, what's going on, and then he says, Joshua Perry, my favorite mofo, and we were all that, because people are like, is that how Chris really talks? And I'm like, every day. So people of Columbus got to enjoy a little Chris Sims flavor
for that. Me coming in,
I'm surprised they didn't need to hit the 5-second delay.
Look, I watched it. I didn't want to ruin his
I told
career
them, be ready on the dump button, because you never know.
You're funny.
Joshua Perry. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.